I gotta get this right.
Yeah. Before we start.
We're not starting now.
Nah, this is in it. Welcome, everybody, to the Talk About Podcast. Hope you're having a good day. You guys can follow us on Instagram, follow us on TikTok, and subscribe here on YouTube. We are not sponsored by Pepsi, but we are sponsored by Rev BJJ. You guys can go to RevBJJ.com right now and start your Jiu Jitsu career.
Right now.
As you guys know, UFC 295 is in the books, and holy smokes, what a card it was, ladies and gentlemen. What a card it was. It was a great card. Obviously, a great main event, co-main event. The whole main card was pretty good, and honestly, the prelims were really good.
The whole main card ended up in TKOs
Finishes.
or KOs.
Jeez. I don't know if you guys can hear that. It might happen. It's not going to be a big deal.
If it happens again, I'm going to turn it off.
Yeah. But construction site. Nah, just joking. Just joking. But
It's terrible.
But yeah, it was a great card. Riley and I watched it in his streaming room, first time ever. We've watched it downstairs in his house millions of times. Downstairs at my house millions of times. It's been a long time though since we've done that, but that was like the early days. Upstairs at your house million times.
Like
yeah, we do.
Maybe the Sean Strickland one.
Yeah, switch it up. Nah, it's got to be a good one. It's got to be like something good. So it's old school, back to the old.
Yeah, true.
Like, I don't know. The streaming room, though, was awesome watching it in there. I love the small TV, actually. Comparatively, the TV is as big as the wall. That's typically what we watch the UFC fights
Like a
on.
movie theater.
But I kind of like the
It's like you're in
smaller
the
TV.
Octagon.
I mean, if I could have it perfect, I'd probably pick a little bit bigger.
Like a 50.
Yeah, but it works well. I want to go from top to bottom this time, not up through. So let's start with the main event, ladies and gentlemen. Jiu Prochazka against Alex Pereira. What a first round. Second round, it was over. I'll let Riley start. We have a new light heavyweight champion, and his name is Alex Poatan Pereira. What'd you think, Riley?
What did I say? What did I say in my prediction?
I don't know. What did you say?
I said first round.
Yeah, but you were
That
like
was one
joking
off.
about that.
No. You can go back. I wasn't joking.
But come on.
Dude,
you just
I'm
say
not.
that, though.
No.
I don't think you
Just like the Aspinall.
No, I was wrong about that.
I said sub, but still won.
Yeah, I totally ate my words. But I'm not gonna lie. I swear, like the day after,
You said
I was kind of fumbling it back because I was watching his old fights, and then I was like, I don't know. But I really felt like Pavlovich. I mean, I was wrong. I was.
Oh my god! I swear.
What happened to our pod? The intros now are just like insanity. Look, Riley's gonna say what he's got to say, but it was a great fight. Got the squeaks in the back now. Alex Pereira looked very good with his leg kicks. I mean, the first leg kick he landed hurt Jiu Prochazka. And I didn't think he was limping as much as like Rogan and all that were saying. I don't think he was limping as much, not even nearly as much. But he definitely was hurt. But the first round was very close, and I gave it to Prochazka.
Oh, yeah.
He did take him down. I think like you just have to give it to him because of the control time. But if you go by damage, I give it to Pereira. So it was a very close first round. And then the second round was like pretty even until it happened. No, actually, Jiu was doing the uppercut, starting to pressure him. Dude, I felt like the longer the fight went.
No, the uppercuts was the first round.
Oh. Well, regardless.
It was the start of the round of when it happened, I thought.
Knockout?
Yeah.
I mean, it was like a little bit
minute.
midway through.
Like a minute.
Maybe two. I can't remember. But regardless.
He got a little haircut on the chin.
Nah, not really.
What?
Wasn't that bad, though.
He dropped. He got
You're
punched
like-
right here.
Yeah.
He got dropped.
I mean, it was a good strike.
He was out 2 times. Do you think it was an early
Yes.
stoppage?
Yes, but I love that. I love that Yuri saying what he said, and I still think it was going to be over. I'm not saying like Pereira is fairly the champion.
I don't think it was an early stoppage, to be honest. I'm
No
not
way.
being biased.
You could not put your hand on the Bible and tell me. Okay, so if this was Hamzat.
Yes. But I'm just saying, he got dropped once by a left hook by Alex Pereira. Then 2, he went for a takedown. Then he was getting elbowed like 10 times. He literally was out already. His hands were clenched to his feet. And then he just laid back, and then it was it. Like, he was out. No. And then he was back, but he wasn't. He was going to get finished in 2 seconds.
So
if he never got stopped.
To me, that story is like half right. To me. When he got dropped, he was out. Then he went and wrestled him. The elbows is what put him out again as he's falling back, and then he woke up again to get back up. That's where I feel like you asked me a question.
He woke up and about to get elbowed again.
Dude, why do you ask me these questions?
I didn't ask you. I just said
you did ask me a question. The question was, do you think it's an early stoppage? And then you go, I don't think it was an early stoppage, and went on a whole rant. So why are you asking me?
No, I was asking you, and then I wanted my opinion, so I just said it.
But I didn't even get to share my opinion. Because you no, I said, dude, watch the video.
All right, what did you say?
Watch the podcast for the first time in 8 years and see if that's what happened. You asked me a question, I go to answer it, and then you do that. What I was saying is I think it was an early stoppage because it's a championship fight, and by no means should anybody not have a chance to do anything, but it was totally fair. I think it was going to end anyway. Another elbow, another punch, he would have went out again. But it's a championship fight. That's not the way I wanted to see that fight end. I wanted to see Yuri out or Prochazka or Pereira out. It's a championship fight. There shouldn't be any hiccups. Was Mark Otter wrong for stopping it? No. He saw him go out a second time and then was like, all right, this is it. So he stopped it. Fair enough. It's not a bad call. It was early, though. You cannot say it wasn't early, because if it wasn't early, Yuri would have been like this. Because he would have got elbowed or punched again, and then he would have been out. But you wonder why that's important? Why is it so important for Yuri has to be out cold? As much as I don't want Yuri to be out cold. The reason why it's important is because it's for the light heavyweight championship of the world. But all of this conversation and argument doesn't even matter because Yuri Prochazka, after the fight, said, I was out. So it doesn't even matter. Like, he was out. I didn't think it was too bad.
You said Mackenzie Dern, that knockout.
Yeah, that was bad. That was dumb.
That was not an early
She was full guard on the side of the cage.
And you think Yuri Prochazka, when he was getting, he was full mounted on him.
Okay. He got
and
full
he was already out.
No, he literally was not. He was not out when the bell rang. When
he
the bell
was out for 3 seconds when he was falling back. When he was falling back, he was out cold.
Just say it how it is. That's what happened. Exactly.
But Mackenzie Dern wasn't out.
Mackenzie Dern was looking up like this. Literally, dude.
Yeah, but it wasn't.
How many more
that was an early stoppage.
No!
Yes.
How?
Yes.
Dude, she was not like out. This on the cage.
If we're going to play that game, she wasn't out.
Literally,
Yuri
no,
Prochazka
she was out.
No, she wasn't.
First of all, it's not a title fight either. Two completely different things. Dude, she was like, nah.
No, she wasn't. Nah. No. She got knocked down just like Yuri.
No.
But actually, she only got knocked down once.
That was the other time.
No, but it was in a sequence. It was the same sequence.
Yes, but Riley, it's a championship fight, and he's in mount getting up.
Who cares? It should be the same out every fight.
No, I agree with you.
The whole fight, not just it's a champion.
No, I agree.
Guys,
I agree with you.
We have to have chances.
I do agree with you.
It should be the same to everybody.
I do agree.
It should be to Jared Gordon.
My
everybody.
opinion, you're asking. I think Mackenzie Dern was out. My opinion. You disagree? Okay. We disagree.
She wasn't out. Look
no,
at her
I
face.
think it was over.
She was awake.
It was over. No, I'm saying it was over. Nah.
She wasn't out.
She's done. She's out. Nah.
You thought she was out?
Yes. Full guard. Andrade, I'm coming for you. She's on the cage like Spider-Man. Andrade, what I was going to say, in my opinion, is when the ref stopped the fight against Andrade and Dern, Dern wasn't like, Dern knew it was over. Like, the ref, there was no even thought that it was an early stoppage because she was on the cage after she got dropped a second time. She was on the cage, unable to defend herself. The difference is, in my opinion, why it was an early stoppage with the Yuri fight is because when Mark Goddard got in between the two men and he goes, break it up, Yuri is now getting up to his feet like this. So if you see Yuri get up to his feet right after he got knocked out twice, which did happen, to me, my first initial reaction was, man, that's an early stoppage. When I see Mackenzie Dern on the floor, and then whoever the referee was, it was probably Keith Peterson, broke up the fight, and no one even thought, oh, that's an early stoppage because she wasn't defending herself. Whereas when the fight actually ended, Yuri was defending himself. That's what I'm trying to say. Whereas in your argument, which I also understand and agree with, you're like, I don't think it was an early stoppage because the guy was knocked out twice in the fight. Well, fair enough. I agree. I'm not disagreeing with what you're saying, but you asked me why I thought this, and I answered, and I felt like you didn't let me answer.
But Dern was never out.
Yeah, I never said she was out. I said she was done. She didn't have a chance. If I
Yuri
did say,
didn't have a chance either.
I agree with you, but it was still an early stoppage.
So let's just agree both of those fights were early stoppages.
No, I'm not agreeing with that because that's not what I think.
So if Yuri was done,
hold on a second,
and Dern was done, you don't think the Dern fight was an early stoppage?
Hold on. Do you think I think Yuri should be the champion right now or something? Or he did
No. I was just
like Alex Pereira won fair and square, and it was going to end in the next 3 seconds regardless. But I wanted to see those 3 seconds to confirm.
Right.
That's all I'm trying to say. Because you can get knocked out in a fight and still not lose the fight. People have been knocked. When Yuri Prochazka became relevant, he went against Dominic Reyes and got knocked out, and the ref didn't even know. And then he got back up and elbowed his head to the next round. And he literally talked about it in an interview and said, I was KO'd in the fight, but then I woke back up. I mean, look, you can get KO'd.
Yeah, but he was on
okay.
top of him.
No, it was gonna be bad. But it's a championship fight. We should see that part, right? You don't think so?
No, I guess but
it wasn't a bad stoppage.
It wasn't bad.
But it was an early stoppage. You see the difference?
Not like as early as everybody thinks it is. I don't think it's
No, early. I don't even think people think it was that early.
Everybody.
Really?
Yes.
I don't know. I wasn't reading it. I don't really. Who cares? Dude, the crowd loves Peloton. I mean, he was the most cheered guy in the whole event. Was he not?
Well, if Yuri said he was out, he was out. So it's not an early stoppage. He was out.
So let's end the conversation here. The conversation started with
the man that got knocked out said he was out.
So the
guy that got screwed over. What?
No, I want to hear it.
I forget.
The guy who got screwed over.
The guy that got screwed over even said to himself, to everybody, that he was out and it was fair.
Okay, so let me ask you a question. Can I? If you knew this the whole time, right? Like you knew that's what he said, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Why did you even ask me the question?
I just asked you because I wanted your opinion because sometimes when you sleep over at night, you change opinions. I just wanted to...
Oh, no, I know. But I don't think it was a bad stoppage. I think it was an early stoppage. Yuri Prochazka didn't say it was a bad stoppage or an early stoppage. He said it was the right decision because he was out twice. Well, I'm not saying it was a bad decision. I'm just saying it was an early decision. That's all. I don't think it was a bad... I'm not mad at Mark Goddard for that. I mean, in the moment, I was like, whoa, because I had no idea what happened. Dude, it happened so fast. I couldn't believe the heavyweights and the light heavyweights. Aspinall's knockout, I didn't even see, and I was watching the TV. The heavyweight champion. We didn't even get to him yet.
The co-main. I'm done talking about that. That was a bad question to ask.
But
the co-main, Aspinall and Sergey. What's your thoughts?
I was wrong. I thought Aspinall was going to be rusty and was going to get slept, honestly. And that literally the opposite happened. I mean, Blachowicz got KO'd. That first one, he was already knocked out. The first right hand, he was like, There he goes.
Then the second one was bad, and then the ground and pound wasn't supposed to happen.
That was brutal. I mean, what do you expect? He's like,
right there.
He's late stoppage. Yeah, well, guess who the ref was? It's like, nah. I think it was Dan Margliana for that one. Or Tuck It In.
It might have been him.
Keith Peterson did like the lighter fights.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. Aspinall's the champ. To me, he's the real heavyweight champ just because the other two are going to retire.
They will. But right now, Jones is still the champ.
Yeah.
He is. You got to accept
No, I know. He is. I'm just joking. Just wanted to start another tussle. But I think Aspinall against Jones would be so fun. I just don't think, like, you think John Jones wins, or are you just going to say that because...
What?
You think Jones beats Aspinall?
I don't think it's going to happen.
Yeah, it's not going to happen. Let's not even argue about it because I don't think it's going to happen anyway. And actually, like, if I had a bet on it, I would say John Jones is going to win just because it's like you can't bet against them. But I really think if anyone has the tools, right? I mean, Lord, look at him. He can wrestle, but we thought
it's going to be it.
I thought it was going to be Pavlovich. Honestly, had the best chance. So we all are going to say this every time.
Everybody has holes except John Jones. To be honest.
Well, he's not good. He's not the best at anything.
No one's found out his holes.
Because he's not the best at anything. He's so well-rounded.
Yeah.
He's not the best wrestler. He's not the best striker. He's not the best grappler. He's not the best anything. But he's the best all around.
What's Joe Rogan say? He's like the
Most
lion's not the most. You know that?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, he always has to bring in an animal. He like, you know how we're like when we're like, imagine getting hit. Freaking cow, which is right here. That's Rogan to when he sees a freaking mountain lion. He literally on his podcast. This is him. I mean, dude, like when I saw this thing, like it was like a freaking beast, dude.
Because like he's high as
600 pounds, like a monster. Freaking gas your eyes out.
It's literally
him and Tyson.
High as a kite.
Him and Mike. That's the fight I want to see next, though, honestly. Aspinall and Mike Tyson.
O'Malley, Mike Tyson, and Joe Rogan all on the same podcast.
Oh, I was really wondering where
Nate
you were going.
Diaz's dad.
And Nate.
And Nick.
And then?
And Conor McGregor.
And Dana.
And Dana. Who else?
Beat.
The
host.
Tazbullah.
Dude, we gotta set
Holy podcast.
Dude, that would be like the most viewed podcast to ever. Could you imagine? You know it's insane. Conor McGregor has never been on the Joe Rogan Experience.
It's insane.
1,500.
He's too big.
No, nobody's too big for the Joe Rogan podcast, brother. It's the biggest podcast in the world.
No.
Not even McGregor.
I think the Talk About podcast is the biggest podcast around.
Yeah. Over Rogan?
Yep.
On Spotify it is.
Is it?
Yeah.
Yeah, I know.
It's like a 3 million to 3 ratio.
On YouTube?
Maybe.
Because he doesn't have YouTube podcasts.
No. But his clips.
Yeah, but he doesn't make the clips.
Nah, he's got JRE clips. It's his YouTube channel for it. Anyway, speaking of Mackenzie Dern, and that we didn't really talk about the fight, but when we saw Andrade come out, we were really wondering.
It's freezing.
Yeah, I know. We were really wondering, is this going to be the Beast Andrade, or is she going to bed? It kind of seemed like she was going to.
Now it's the Beast Andrade.
I thought she was like.
But she was like ready.
Yeah, she was dialed in. Yeah. But we were like, which one is it going to be?
Because the song. When she walked out.
Yeah, and just like her face during it, like she was just like, it seemed like she like didn't want to be there almost, rather than being intimidating. But she was quite.
I don't think no one wants to be in the octagon.
Well, let me ask you
like Hamzat, or I don't even think Hamzat wants to be in there, to be honest.
Let me ask you this question now. The commentary during that fight was like all over Dern, dude. They didn't give her a benefit of the doubt at all. Remember, they were like, her chin's wide open, and they were right, though.
I called that.
You did say that.
I said,
chin's wide open, then they started going off. I mean, they couldn't stop talking about it.
You can't have your chin wide open and fighting those a top 5 fighter in your weight division. It's not. You can't.
No.
And you should have wrestled. When you did wrestle, it was good.
Yeah, it wasn't really
hip
working.
Tossed her.
Oh, yeah, that did happen. What am I
or
saying?
Headlock, hip toss, whatever what it was.
Nah, she got her. I mean, they got back up, but it was freaking good. Yeah, it just didn't work out, but this is big for her. Big win for Andrade. Now she's back in the top 5, back down at strawweight.
I told Jack in the room, I said, I really want Wei Lee and Andrade. That fight's going to be so good. If they just kept on striking, I don't know who would win. I mean,
it's anyone's game, but, dude, it's so hard to bet against Wei Lee. She's so good.
She is.
But it's like crazy.
They both can.
Yeah, Andrade, dude. She's got stone hands. She is Pereira Jr., literally.
Yeah.
Then what else did we have? We had freaking USA go to bed by
Profola.
Yeah,
Matt Profola.
Profola by the French guy, and the French guy is now going to be ranked 14. Called out Justin Gaethje and
no, he
Islam.
said like Dana said like 10.
Oh,
he might go up.
Well, he beat freaking Islam, or he didn't beat Islam. He didn't beat him, but he wants.
He called
Islam.
out Islam, but no. He said he would give a 2 or a 3. Maybe.
I mean, he's finishing everyone. Might as well, dude.
I don't think Gaethje
I want him
will
against Gaethje though. I said the
Why?
tune-up fight, high stakes for the other guy. I don't know, BMF.
No one knows who that guy is, though.
Well, now they do, but it makes no sense for Gaethje to do. Literally makes no sense unless they pay him $10 million.
Who he is.
Unless they pay him $10 million or something. Or if they're like, Gaethje, look.
Gaethje's not getting that. He's not going to accept it.
Oh, for $10 million? Stop it right now. He would accept it for $10 million. He hasn't seen that ever. He barely makes a mil.
But if he gets knocked out.
Doesn't matter. $10 million would change his life even more than it already is. He's already $1 million.
He fights a no-name.
Well, he's 10th ranked. Yeah, I mean, that's high stake, high reward, but he definitely would take it for 10 mil, trust. Nobody in the UFC even gets paid 10 mil except Conor McGregor.
Or Nate.
How crazy is that?
Actually,
no, Nate never even got 10 mil. And
Mold
Adesanya
doesn't even get like
no,
2.
he gets no, he does. He gets like 3. But that didn't happen until a little bit ago.
But we all don't know what they really
for real. But it's estimated
because they have to pay so many other things. It's like crazy.
They only getting a buck.
Probably get $100,000.
They probably get a buck and a Kit Kat. Holy. Where is Rogan senses? When you need him?
The spider senses. Spider-Man. Don't get bit by that.
And then the first fight on the main card.
Turn into the
Pat Sabatini against
the city's hero.
Diego Lopez. Jesus, what are you doing over here? Freaking trailer.
No, I'm talking about
the city's
spider hero. Senses and Spider-Man. You turn into, if you get bit by that, you'll be like
shooting webs and shit.
City's hero. Or is that Batman? I forget what it is.
I think it's Spider-Man. I think you're right. But then in the first fight, Pat Sabatini against Diego Lopez. Didn't go too well for our guy, Pat, unfortunately.
Yeah.
Dude, Diego looks good.
Yeah.
People think he's going to be like a champ at lightweight. I mean, he looks good, and he did just beat this guy who's got a 6-fight win streak.
How'd he get this big?
Alexa Grasso. Well, no. He got this big because he went against the Russian guy who was 17-0. He stepped up on short notice and almost beat him. That's how he got known. And then also, he's training partners with Alexa Grasso, so that helps. Yeah. I mean, we'll see. I think Sabatini is good,
He's good. He looked good.
He just literally got head kicked, dude. That's like what happened. And when he got head kicked, he was already out. Like,
what? Who?
Sabatini.
Is that a head kick? That was the other dude. That was the other guy.
Yeah. How did he get finished?
I think a left hook or a right hook or something.
I thought he got kicked. Yeah. Yeah, that's right.
Yeah. He tried to guard, but too low. With the Volk.
Well, Volk was pretty actually there. He was just like Poirier like this and still got KO'd. Like there's like nothing.
It was just
you can
right there.
See, that's got to feel the best though after a loss, knowing like, look, there's nothing I could have did. Like I guarded, and
unless you dodged it.
Yeah, but like, what are the odds? You know, he throws a head kick and you got to be out of there.
Imagine you just like dodge and then just
eat.
Boom.
You know, you dodge and you just eat it. You dodge the wrong way.
No, you're like Nate. You're just like.
No, you do.
Boom.
Yeah.
He's just like.
Could you imagine Ferg like head kicked him while he was doing that celebration? He head kicked, knocked him out. Remember when Nate had UFC 297 was going like this to Ferg, like the head kick me? He was like.
Oh, yeah.
You remember that?
Imagine he got head kicked and he just stood there.
No, but got KO'd.
Oh.
His last fight in the UFC is from celebrating, and then he got head kicked KO'd.
It's the way to go out.
Probably, honestly.
I mean, that's just nice audio listeners. That one person's probably... That one person
sniffing it with me because holy smokes.
You probably watched it. No, it's not. Only audio platforms. You better get it now. Stinky.
But, yeah, look, it's going to be interesting to see what happens next. We got a good card coming up next in December, UFC 296.
Do you think the Matt Profolo fight was an early stoppage?
No, Josh Dobbs. Can we talk about Josh Dobbs for a couple minutes?
It's not a NFL podcast.
But for a second. No. He is... Oh, you don't like talking about NFL now because the Bengals got spanked today? Yeah.
Oh, I could say so much.
We have a better record.
No, you don't.
What's your record? We're 6-4, bud. We have a better record, a better quarterback, a better running back.
Who have you guys played?
Stop it.
We beat two of the best.
The 49ers.
We played the 49ers.
The Eagles. Who have we played?
We played the 49ers and
we beat the 49ers.
And we played the Bills.
Hey, bud.
And we beat them.
Hey, bud. We played the Eagles, the best team in the NFL, the Chiefs, who won the Super Bowl last year, and the 49ers, who were in the NFC Championship team.
All lost.
No, we beat the 49ers. Thanks a lot. With Kirk Cousins gone, with Justin Jefferson's gone, with our starting center gone.
You started this all.
Like, no, you just came back.
You started it.
But you came back at me saying.
Yes, I have to. I'm not going to be like,
no.
Oh, the Bengals got pooped on.
No, I know. But listen,
They got spanked.
You came back at me saying that you could say so much about my team. It's like, what? We have a better record. Like, you can't say anything. We have a better record with our team, and we have third strings in. And I like the Bengals. I'm fine with them.
Who'd you guys play this week?
You just didn't. I just knew you didn't want to talk about it because they lost, which I just didn't like.
Who'd you guys play?
The Saints. Now they're 5-5.
The Saints are not.
They're 5-5.
Team.
They are. They're 5-5. How can you say the Bengals are and the Saints aren't?
The Bengals are a top 5 team.
So you know how you argue with me about who did we play, and then the only team you guys beat that was good was the same team we beat with no quarterback and receiver. Oh, we did have our quarterback for that game, but no receiver.
Back to back.
The Bills.
Back to back.
Who's better, the 49ers or the Bills, Riley?
The 49ers, but we beat them back to back.
You did beat both teams, and I think Burrow's great. But you just didn't want to talk about it.
And I don't even think we had T. Higgins facing the 49ers. T. Higgins is the number one freaking wide receiver in every team, except like 2.
Yeah, fair enough.
Bengals are the top 5 team.
Oh, stop.
Yes, they are. Name them.
Stop.
Name them who's better. Name them who's better.
You'll put
Just
your hand...
because we had 3 bad games in the start of the season.
Hold on a second. You're going to tell me right now. Bengals, the Cincinnati Bengals,
are top 5
in the NFL right now.
Right now, yes.
And they just lost to the Texans.
Name them.
Okay, the 49ers are better.
No.
Full healthy team.
No, we beat them.
Okay, so I won't even say the 49ers.
Oh.
The Eagles are better than you guys. And if you tell me no, I'm leaving right
yes. I agree.
Okay, the Chiefs are better than you guys.
No.
They are.
No.
How? They're 7-2. They beat you every year.
No, every year.
Oh, what happened? Oh, yeah, you're right.
3-1.
Oh, yeah, but
3-1
who wins the
in
Super
the
Bowl
last
every year,
2
Riley? Who
years.
wins the Super Bowl every year?
We
the
beat them
Chiefs.
2 years ago.
How many
in
Super
the
Bowls have the
divisional
Bengals
round.
won since 1635?
We
None.
literally destroyed
Neither
them.
have the Vikings, but the
We
Chiefs
got
win every
cheated.
year.
We got cheated last year. We did.
Okay. Yeah.
Oh, a little late push in the back. Patrick Mahomes, throw the flag, Jimmy. No.
Push in the back.
Push in the back. Freaking
We're arguing about nothing.
Jermaine Pratt.
I think the Bengals are a good team.
Top 5.
Don't say they're top
Top
five
five.
because don't be
They're
biased,
top 5.
Riley, stop.
I'm not.
We can't
The
do
Bills.
it. They're
No. 5-5.
5-5.
Who cares?
So they're top 5.
Yes. It doesn't matter what your record is. It doesn't. You think the Lions are
Hey
a
guys,
top
Roger.
5
Hope you have a good
team?
day. NBs. They're better than the Bengals.
No, they're not. No, they're not. If the Bengals play the Lions